So I'm one of 9 kids. My dad was a steelworker. He had a 5th grade education. And so I grew up in a steelworker's home. And that steel mill doesn't exist today. It's been torn down, and among other things, a Walmart's been built on that site. But I grew up listening to my folks talk about the Great Depression and about FDR and about the passage of Social Security, which we just celebrated the 80th anniversary of Social Security just a few days ago. And then later, obviously, LBJ came along and we got Medicare and Medicaid, other programs that help ordinary, common, working people. So we celebrated the 50th anniversary of Medicare just a few days ago. Can you imagine what America would be like today without Social Security or Medicare? And there are people who never liked it, still don't like it, and want to get rid of it. There are people, including, I might say, the guy I'm running against. I remember talking when I was running for governor. I was in Cleveland, Ohio, in this big, tall bank building overlooking Lake Erie. And this bank president said to me, I was a congressman then, but running for governor. He said, "Congressman, you just don't get it." He said, when Social Security was passed, people lived a lot longer than they do today. We need to increase the retirement age for Social Security up to at least 75. Or 70, I'm sorry. I said, I really enjoy this air conditioning here. You and I are sitting in this comfortable office. And we've got on white shirts and ties and suits. Let me tell you what my brothers do for a living. They get down on their hands and knees in the hot sun and finish concrete. And I said, you and I may be able to work until we're older than 70. But you can't do that if you're finishing concrete, because your back goes out, your knees get banged up, your fingers become gnarled. There are some people who have no idea what life is like for regular working people. They live in a bubble. About 30 years ago, we can look back and see that productivity has gone up and that wages have remained flat. Now, what's it take to live a middle-class life? I think it's being able to live in a decent home, being able to send your kids to a school that gives them a good start in life, being able to help your young person go to college or trade school without them having to be burdened with a lifetime of debt. And just let me say something about that. 70% of every young person who graduates from college in Ohio today has a debt burden of $30,000. An average of $30,000. 70% of our kids. Didn't used to be that way, and it doesn't have to be that way today. You give a person a decent job with a decent wage, with good benefits, what are they going to do? They're going to live a middle-class life. They're going to educate their kids. They're going to buy a home. They're going to buy a car. They're going to spend that money. And thereby the economy is stimulated and everybody can benefit. We need an economy that benefits everybody so that everybody can share in the benefits of the work they do. And I think things are just terribly out of balance. And if they can hold on to the Senate, they'll be able to dictate that we get more Scalias or Alitos or Thomases on that court, and you know what they'll do if they have an increased conservative majority on that court when it comes to workers' rights and labor rights. We will be gone. The New Deal will be at risk. Because as I said earlier, when I mentioned Social Security and Medicare, some people never believed in it. There's some people on that court that don't believe in it today. And so there's a lot at stake in 2016. And so that's why, I wanted to come and speak with you. I really need your help.